Hafa Adai, and welcome to another edition of I Estoria-Ta. Over the next couple of weeks, these huts will be filled with delegates from Guam and from close to 30 other island nations here for the Festival of Pacific Arts. We now introduce you to another delegate representing our island.
Hi, I'm Lindsay Kane. I'm a mixed media artist and I'm a delegate for FESTPAC 2016.
Lindsay says she's been doing art longer than she can remember, drawing and painting.
I remember my first art classes with this old Greek guy. Mr. Feropoulos was my first teacher, and he taught me how to draw, and he was really into painting, and he actually got me into oil painting when I was super young, like 13, 12, and I've always just been in love with art and in love with painting. And even though I'm in love with almost all mediums, which is why I call myself a mixed media artist, because I pretty much just like any kind of creative endeavor, video, photography, painting, printmaking, which is a really big deal to me, just everything, and so I try to combine all of that in my work.
After high school, Lindsay went to art school in Boston and received a bachelor's in fine arts, primarily in printmaking. She holds a master in printmaking in fine arts at the University of Guam.
While I was working on my master's, the UOG gave me the opportunity to be an adjunct professor there in beginning, intermediate, and advanced printmaking, also studio for non-majors. And it was just a really great experience for me I find it really inspiring to work with students who are either just learning or they're finding like new ways to express themselves, and I get to be a part of that. So it helps me. It's like selfish. It helps me with my own art, but I also love to help them. And and then teaching also became a passion of mine through my experiences at UOG.
Lindsay moved to Guam 5 years ago.
I came to Guam in 2011. My dad is a professor at UOG also, and I actually came here because I was in a bad car accident and I needed about a year to walk again, and my dad flew me out here. I had every intention of going back to New Orleans, where I came from, but I just fell in love with it here, and I met like my best friends here, and I got all these opportunities, and it really changed my artwork to live on Guam now, and I'm very influenced by our surroundings, and I feel like even if I didn't try, that Guam would find its way into my artwork. My first piece when I got here was my interpretation of the jungle, which is something I'd never seen before, and so it's been just great for me to be here.
You may have seen some of Lindsay's work. She's participated in GACs, she has work on display at Opaque, and that mural in DNA across from Kix, Hawaii, that's hers too.
I guess for FESTPAC, even though I'm in visual arts, I would even go further to say that I'm in another subset of visual arts, which would be contemporary art, because I don't do like any kind of traditional work. It's traditional in the sense that it's been around forever, the techniques I use, but I do try to present them in an unconventional, more modern way. And what inspires me, and as far as the imagery goes, for portraits, I like to use people I know, my friends. I usually like to work from photographs of my friends and then just completely subvert it in some weird way, make multiples of their face, change it up. I add a lot of nature, flowers, the jungle, the ocean, fish, shells, like dogs, like wildlife, throw that in there. What's most important to me is that I guess is the idea of the multiple, and that I think that's how people are going to recognize my work a lot, is that if you see a repeating image, then it might be mine, because I like to just make something tiny, like a drawing of a shell, and then I like to repeat it hundreds and hundreds of times, and then create something even bigger out of that, because I think that's like, I'm doing a little microcosm, macrocosm type thing with stuff like that, making these big or these small things large.
You can expect big things from her during the Festival of Pacific Arts.
I'm very excited to be a part of FESTPAC. Yes, it is my first one, and I guess what I'm looking forward to most is just that so many artists are coming from all over, and I can't wait to meet them and see their work and see what we have in common, see what we don't have in common, and that's what I'm really into. And I also hope, like I think all artists hope, that I'm going to do good work for FESTPAC, and that hopefully is meaningful work, and that the people from everywhere are going to like it, and we have something to talk about. I'm very excited to be a part of FESTPAC because I think it'll be a great way to show the diversity of our island and the diversity of the people that are working in creative fields. Because I know that right when I got here, I felt like super welcomed and was given all these great opportunities, and I want to be that way for other artists and other artists coming to our island.
Still to come on I Estoria-Ta, we'll introduce you to another visual artist who is also doing double duty in chairing our Manumco delegation.